Hickok 45 here. Welcome to the Hickok 45 Talks channel for some more idiocy, sitting in the woods yakking at you. Short topic today, just a reminder, you don't want to do stupid things. Someone left a comment that was good, said, I like John, I'm not sure who this was, but the rules of stupid. He was quoting the rules of stupid. Said, don't go stupid places at stupid times, doing stupid things with stupid people. Another way to think about capacity of a gun is also generally being safe in the world. So talking about capacity and stupidity, all right? A lot of people, especially in the firearms world, they want to think they're an operator, okay? Maybe just a wannabe operator. And if they don't have 15 or 20 or 80 rounds on their person, they're just not ready for anything that could come about, right? And I hesitate to even talk about this. I don't want non-gun people, non-shooters, I don't want to paint the shooting community with a negative brush necessarily, I don't want to do that. But there are a few people who have the opinion, I think it's an erroneous way of looking at things, that they're going to possibly need 3-4 magazines, or they wouldn't step out of the house without 20 rounds of ammo. Now you might live in a dangerous neighborhood. Is the camera at kind of an angle? Does that bother anybody? Anybody watching? Do you even care? Yeah, there we go. It's a little better maybe. But the thing is, like the rules of stupidity, you just don't do dumb things, and you're not going to be in a situation where you're not going to be in a situation where it's an issue anyway. If you're not a cop and you're not a soldier, okay, it's just think through that. Use your brain. It could be some crazy aberration that. Tell me about one though. It's hard to come up with one where a regular armed citizen, who is just packing a gun to protect himself and his family, her family, where they had to empty their firearm and reload it and empty it again in some shootout. When did that happen? Has that ever happened? I saw something recently, I guess it was on PNR podcast or modcast, talking about someone who'd done a lot of research. They were talking about revolvers mainly, but the research was extensive. Someone had done was like no one had ever reloaded a revolver and then engaged the aggressor with reloaded ammo. I think they had one case and that was a cop, where he had reloaded but had not re-engaged or needed to or something. But even police, couldn't find a case where they had to reload in the middle of the gunfight to survive or whatever, that kind of thing. So anyway, we get way too wrapped around the axle about capacity, when we should just be thinking about being smart and don't do stupid things. I read someone the advice of if it crosses your mind that you want to make sure you got your gun because of where you're going that day or night. I'm going into this area. I'm going over here. So I'll make sure I've got my firearm. He said then that's your signal not to go there. Avoid it. Avoid the problem. Not because you're a coward. You just don't, as I've talked about many times, you do not want your life turned upside down. And that's what happens. If you do have to defend yourself, even if you're in the right and it's justified, excuse me, your life will be turned upside down for years. Okay, so you want to avoid all of that if at all possible. But capacity, way overrated. Look at the statistics. I know there's always an exception, but just look at it. I've pretty much decided if I'm going to be the exception, that's fine. Okay, they can use my example in the literature and podcasts and talk about how I met my demise because I just had 5 or 6 rounds, and then they can hopefully the world will use that, and everybody will be better armed because I gave my life, for the cause and just walked around with 5 or 6 rounds. So anyway, don't go stupid places. Don't worry too much about capacity. Uh, get yourself trained up and think through things. Think about what's actually most likely to happen, and stay out of those dumb places. Don't be dumb like me. Life is good.